learned anything from the incredulous Michael Scott, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So because of that, I've been calling up companies to try and get my brilliant ideas marketed to the mass public. Well, actually the tie connects to the pants so that they won't actually fall down if you're not wearing a belt. Come on, like I'm the only one in this conversation here who's never had their pants fall down at a wedding? Oh. Okay, well, you know what? You have a good day too, sir. Okay, so maybe that one's not $1 million idea, but you'd actually be surprised what can make people a lot of money, and in fact, millions. Let's check it out. I think it's a pretty safe bet that we all love our animals. However, Ronnie DeLulo was able to make some serious coin off of it, and here's how. A former computer programmer for Hewlett-Packard, one day she was playing Frisbee with her dog Midnight. Midnight was apparently a sharpshooter catching the Frisbee until one time he missed. Taking off her sunglasses to make sure her dog was okay, it struck Ronnie that she was the only one protecting her eyes from the sun. Boom, Doggles was born. With a custom design and a CAD machine and $25,000 of her own dollars, Ronnie was able to make dog-specific sunglasses and sold them in her spare time. However, until she was featured on CNN, PetSmart jumped at the opportunity to market her one-of-a-kind idea. And now I think it's probably safe to say that both Midnight and Ronnie have a much nicer doghouse to live in and protect their bone. What can you say about Jason Zook? Sadler. Headset.com? Surf app? Anyone. This guy basically invented every single slacker's dream job of literally just wearing clothing. More specifically, t-shirts. The founder of iwearyourshirt.com, Jason actually made a living wearing t-shirts of companies as a form of advertising. Stopping his experiment in 2013 after making a cool $1 million, he decided to get into an even stranger profession, selling his last name, which is why he's changed it at least 3 times so far. So in case you thought I was having a stroke at first, I wasn't. But maybe I probably should have said that first and not waited until the end of the clip, huh? The holidays are usually so stressful, it's nice when you hear a story that's uplifting. Ken Aaroni's is one of those stories. Coming from a big family that was big on holiday traditions, Ken found himself sitting around with his family one Thanksgiving, and there was a problem that we all usually have. One wishbone, way too many people that want to partake in cracking it. That's when it occurred to him that there had to be a simpler solution to this. Boom, the Lucky Break Wishbone Corporation was formed, and Ken started chasing the American dream, manufacturing, what else? Synthetic wishbones. Now I know the idea sounds funny, but believe it or not, in his first 6 months, Ken did $50,000 business. So for anyone who thinks you can't make money selling fake poultry products, you learned your lesson, you jive turkey. I always wanted to say that. Joan Ginther is just your average red-blooded American. She went to Stanford, she graduated with a PhD in statistics, and she likes to play the lottery. She's also hit and won 4 different times. Starting in 1993, she won $5.4 million, with her last hit being in 2010. Now, the Lottery Commission has said that it's not unheard of for people to hit more than once in their life. However, the odds of Miss Ginther winning 4 times is 1 in 18 septillion. Septillion being a 1 followed by 24 zeros. So it's pretty safe to say that she had a system if she hit 4 different times. Also, on a personal note, to my 11th grade statistics teacher, Mr. Patterson, I was wrong. I guess there is at least one practical use for advanced statistics. They say one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? Well, in this case, it's woman's treasure, but semantics. Zhuang Yen was the daughter of a Chinese soldier and was introduced to the waste paper trading profession when she was in her early 20s. Being encouraged to move into this profession, she moved to Hong Kong in 1985 in order to pursue. Soon realizing that the opportunities were much more prevalent in the good old US of A, her and her husband jumped ship and set up Nine Dragon Paper Holdings Limited Company and continued to grow their financial success. To this day, Nine Dragon is actually the world's largest exporter of packaging paper products. And not to mention the fact that Yin is actually one of the 5th wealthiest people in China and a billionaire. So to put it another way, this woman has made a ton of paper selling nothing other than recycled paper. 1998 was such a magical year. I had just had the training wheels taken off of my bike. Bill Ozersky was a research assistant in St. Louis whose life was forever about to change. Being a Rams season ticket holder, he decided to shake things up one day when he went to a Cardinals game as they were versing the Expos instead. Sitting down the left field line, Phil instantly became a sensation when both of his coworkers missed and he caught Big Mark McGwire's 70th home run ball. Immediately, he was pressured by the Cardinals organization to give the ball up in exchange for merchandise signed by Big Mac, but he really just wanted to meet him. And when he was told no, he decided to take the ball home with him. While this didn't rub the Cardinals the right way, Phil eventually had the last laugh when 3 months after the game, Big Mac's home run ball sold for $3.05 million. Now, Big Mac may have hit the home run in this story, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Phil was the one who hit the grand slam. If you like American pickers, then Rick Nordison is your kind of guy. While at a garage sale, Rick came across glass negatives, which really caught his eye. Paying $45 for the collection, he was sure that they had to be professional and had them inspected by experts. Experts came to the conclusion, but would not state on record, that they were negatives that had belonged to the famed photographer Ansel Adams and that the collection could be worth up to $200 million. Filing suit after hearing, the Ansel Adams Trust, run by Ansel Adams' family, claimed that Rick had no right to use Ansel Adams' name if he was going to sell photos from the negatives, and a legal battle ensued in which the trust was able to keep the Ansel Adams name and Rick was able to use photos from the negatives. So all in all, not a bad haul for $45 from a garage sale. I guess the adage in this case should be, a picture may be worth 1,000 words, but a negative could be worth millions. If you don't know who Frank Warren is, I'll let you in on a little secret. You'll get that joke in a couple seconds. In 2004, he started a community project in which he encouraged strangers to send him anonymous postcards with their secrets on them. Getting a very good response, he decided to put the project online and formed a website. Now, I do want to say Warren doesn't actually make any money from the website, but publishing companies have actually started collecting the secrets and publishing them. That he does make money off of, in tandem with all the books that he has gone on to write and talks that he gives. He's even got a couple TED Talks. So now you get that secret joke, but I just want to say, whoever told us to not share secrets, I think Frank Warren proved them pretty wrong. I'm going to go ahead and call Sandeep Singh's story a high five from God after a slap in the face from life. Living with his family in Massachusetts and working 2 jobs to help pay the bills, he probably had the worst day of his life at first when his girlfriend dumped him. Trying to pick himself out of the gutter, he decided to buy a scratch-off lottery ticket and won $4. Trying to build some momentum in his life, he decided to invest his winnings in a Mega Millions lottery ticket and, yeah, you can see where this is going. After taking the cash option and having taxes taken out, he still walked away with a cool $16 million. Considering that his girlfriend dumping him was the whole catalyst for this thing, he was asked if he expected to hear from her again, and, well, you can insert the Kanye West song joke here now. Ken Adonai was the lifelong manservant of Colin Tennant, who was a lawyer and in 1983, with the passing of his father, became the 3rd Baron of Glenconner. Originally hired by Tennant to take care of an elephant that he had bought on a whim, he became so reliable he soon became Tennant's go-to guy on everything. In 2010, when Tennant passed, he left everything in his will to Adonai. However, Tennant's family contested the will, and after a 7-year legal battle, Adonai still came away with £22 million in land and money. So it's a sweet story in the end, but I think it'd be hysterical if at one point in his life, Adonai had complained that he was just tired of working for peanuts. Because boy, he sure wasn't. That's all I got for you this week, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you feel inspired. I hope it put your dreams in perspective. They're not as crazy as you think. Please subscribe if you're so inclined, and don't be afraid to watch more of my videos, in case you enjoy the sound of my melodic voice. As always, going to be uploading on Monday and Friday, and until next time, shine on all you crazy diamonds.